It's time for another episode of the TTJ Tech Show, coming to you from
TTJ Tech. TTJ Tech.
Hey, welcome everybody to another episode of the TTJ Tech Show, coming to you from www.ttjtech.net. Let's get it going, my friends.
You make me feel so good. Yeah, you make me feel so good.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining us today. If you are joining us by YouTube, as I suspect most, if not all of you are, please don't forget to leave a like. And if you have not already done so, to subscribe to our channel. Then, be sure to hit the bell, so you'll always know what we're up to and you'll never miss a thing. Don't forget, we've got new episodes of this show coming to you every Friday with additional tips and tricks interspersed here and there, as well as things you can look forward to in TTJ Family Talk and the TTJ Science Show, all coming up very soon. Today, let's get right on into it. This is sort of, although not exactly, a continuation of our Apple TV 4K discussion, with a specific emphasis today on live TV streaming services. What's on my Apple TV, the family's Apple TV? We have different profiles, but we share the same apps, you know? We share the same streaming services. And we've got lots of them. And in particular, we're going to focus on our favorite live TV streaming service as well. All right, so grab that drink and that snack, and let's get started on this thing. All right, guys, there we go. Let's get into it. I want to talk to you today about the various streaming services, and hope you had a chance to get that drink and that snack if you want it. I always like one. Now, I'd like to say to you, first of all, that there are lots of live TV streaming services to choose from in the United States. Some of the more popular ones being Sling, YouTube TV, you've heard of those, Directv Stream, Hulu Plus Live TV, Philo, Friendly, Vidgo, what else? Fubo, there's many of them, or Fubo, I don't even know. So, we're not going to take the time to go through all of them today, because that would be a really, really long time. It would take an extremely, at least an hour, if not more, just devoted to that probably. And look, as you can already tell, the time is ticking by. All right, so we don't want to waste time on that. If you're thinking that this is going to be a video where you can get all the details about every single live TV streaming service that there is, well, I got news for you. That's just plain and simply wrong. All right, we have something we think is a little bit more palatable. Let's start out by talking about what is on our Apple TV. Now, I'd like to begin by reminding you that it is entirely possible to use the iTunes store for the vast majority of your TV viewing, because you can purchase TV shows, single episodes or entire seasons, or many times the entire series. You can purchase a season pass, which automatically gets the current episodes ready for you to watch and then makes the new ones available as soon as they're released. And in addition to that, you can basically purchase or buy or rent movies. You can do both in many cases. And also, basically, there are many Apple TV channels that you can use right in the Apple TV app and sign up right in the Apple TV app. The ones that I have, that our family has, we have the, of course, Apple TV Plus, we have Paramount Plus, we have Showtime, History Vault, Hallmark Movies Now, PBS Living, and Tastemade. So in case you're unfamiliar with any of those, I'm assuming you know what Showtime is. That's pretty common as a premium channel. Paramount Plus, a lot of bang for your buck there, as I like to say, because you get all of the CBS content, the classics, the current shows, originals, you know, the hits. You get the Paramount Network, Nickelodeon, TV Land, Comedy Central, MTV, BET, Smithsonian Channel, which I'm very, very excited about and very much into. And so you get all of those and more. I'm sure I'm forgetting some. I apologize, but you know, but that's a lot, right? And no commercials. The version you get from Apple TV channels has no ads, and it even includes your local CBS affiliate in many cases. So no matter where you live in the country, you can get that live CBS affiliate as well, typically, in you know, most places in the country. Paramount Plus does have a slightly lower tier version that does not include the local affiliate, and it lacks the ad-free experience. It is ad-supported. But you got to get that through Paramount Plus directly, not through Apple TV channels. For those who do choose to go through Apple TV channels as we did, I would point out that if you do find it necessary to use Paramount Plus on any non-Apple device, you can still get a login by going to a specific website and registering just once, and it will give you a login to use on non-Apple devices. But I should also point out that many third-party devices are now actually getting the Apple TV Plus app, through which you can access your Apple TV channels like Paramount Plus. So that's one of them I wanted to share with you. A lot of good stuff there. Oh, I have Epix too. I forgot about Epix. I apologize. Lots of great movies on Epix. I also have the ones I mentioned before, you know, History Vault, very much about, you know, history in America and around the world. And you have PBS Living, which is a lot of the stuff from the PBS channel. Tastemade, a lot of great cooking shows and travel shows and design shows. So I really enjoy that. All of these are typically commercial-free on-demand experiences. You can download content for offline should you choose to do so. I don't usually, because I have, you know, all cellular and Wi-Fi devices, and it's not an issue. And then you also have the ability for up to 6 family members to share in this, and that's really important, okay? We got 4 in the family, you know, so that makes a lot of sense. All right. Now, those are my Apple TV channels, but beyond that, we've got other streaming services we use and love. Let's start out with Disney Plus. That's another one that really ranks up there as an awful lot of bang for your buck, because what you get is, just think about this, almost every Disney movie ever made. I do believe it is their goal. I don't want to speak for Disney, but I believe I've heard it said that it is their goal to have every Disney movie ever made on there eventually. Some of them are probably still tied up in contracts and so forth, you know, but that'll come. And remember, they've got the classics, they've got the shorts, they've got the new stuff, animated, live, just live action, all that kind of stuff. Plus they have Pixar, they have Marvel, they have Star Wars, all that content, and a lot of National Geographic content. So that is a really good service. If you have kids, if you're a kid at heart, if you just like Disney content, Nat Geo content, Star Wars, Marvel, whatever, you want to sign, that's a no-brainer. All right. Next up, it's HBO Max. Now, HBO Max has a lot of great movies. They also have a lot of originals for all ages, even the Not Too Late Show, I think it's called, Elmo's Not Too Late Show. It's kind of like a late show with for kids, you know. So all ages there. There's a lot of stuff that I would not watch and I don't consider to be family appropriate, but they also have a lot of great movies, a lot of great content on there. And I am a big fan of sitcoms, and they've got several that I really love, right? So they've got Friends, they've got The Nanny, they've also got the entire Full House series and Family Matters, and I believe maybe even Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, if I'm not mistaken, but I might be mistaken on that one. So there's a lot of great, and others I'm sure that I'm forgetting too, or not aware of, but a lot of great content, a lot of good movies. HBO Max, definitely a great one to have. Then let's talk about Peacock. Peacock has another nice set of sitcoms that we love. The King of Queens, Everybody Loves Raymond. George Lopez, I think, is on there. Again, lots and lots of great hit movies, lots of great hit shows, and original content, reboots of things. I think they did a Punky Brewster, or we're going to do one, Saved by the Bell, and Saved by the Bell, the new class, and I think they're doing a reboot. Oh, no. That's HBO Max that's doing the Head of the Class reboot. But yeah, a lot of great stuff on Peacock as well. Peacock also has, again, a tremendous amount of fantastic movies, most of which you probably love and are already familiar with, but also a lot of new stuff. And then they're also doing a great job with sports. They've got the Super Bowl this year. They've got the Winter Olympics here for 2022, and they had the Miley New Year's Eve event. Now, we watched the Dick Clark one on ABC, but if you had wanted to watch the Miley one, you could have on Peacock. So, lots of good stuff there. At least that seems to be the case with the live stuff. I haven't done a lot of the live things, but we also have a live TV streaming service, so it's not really an issue for us. All right, and then Discovery Plus. Once again, just a ton of great content from a lot of very popular brands. Food Network, HGTV, Cooking Channel, DIY, or the new Magnolia Network as it's being called. Discovery Family, Discovery Life, Destination America, Investigation Discovery, Lifetime, LMN, A&E, History, and Animal Planet, Science Channel, just a whole bunch of great content and more. Again, lots and lots of popular shows and also new originals. The popular shows, they if you pick like a show that, let's say it has 9 seasons already, okay, the first 8 will be available on Discovery Plus, and then in many cases maybe you have to watch season 9 on the live channel like Food Network or HG or something. But then, once season 9 is over, it'll show up on Discovery Plus as well. All right, so it's a great, great service. It's a commercial-free tier and an ad-supported tier, as with many of these, and it's, just a really good way to go. By the way, HBO Max has a lot of the Warner Brothers content, the TCM, True TV. This is just a big, big franchise. And there's a very good chance that Warner Media, who owns HBO Max, and Discovery Networks, who obviously owns Discovery Plus, are going to be merging soon. And if that is approved, that's going to really even increase their content even more, for one company. So that's really powerful stuff. Another thing we have is Hulu and ESPN Plus. Hulu Base Plan, the limited commercials one. They have the Golden Girls and Reba and some other sitcoms. I think they've got Wings and Dick Van Dyke and Mary Tyler Moore, maybe. I Love Lucy, but I think that's on Paramount Plus also. The ESPN Plus, well, we're not really big sports fans, but every once in a while we like it, and my son and I will watch a UFC fight or something, make the buffalo wings and the pizza and just have a good time there. So that's another one that we have. All right, now there's also Netflix, and I will say that Netflix is not one we use very often. They don't choose to share all the data with Apple for whatever reason, so you don't get that true integration with the Apple TV app that we talked about last week. But you can use the Apple TV to search for Netflix content, and Netflix, of course, does have its own watch list, but yeah, whatever. But they've got some good stuff. We like Fuller House, we like Cobra Kai, Stranger Things, and, it's a good service to have, okay? So that's the stuff we have, but there's one thing I've yet to talk about, and that is the particular live TV streaming service that we have chosen. Now, I will say this. I'm not going to, as I said, go through all of them and what their benefits were and what some of them lacked, but I will tell you I measured them on several different factors here. For one thing, they had to have Apple TV app integration so that what you're watching shows up in the TV app up next section and influences your recommendations and stuff. That's really important to me. You might remember us talking about TV Everywhere apps, where you can sign into network apps like Food Network, HGTV, Lifetime, Nickelodeon, and so on. And some live TV services support more of those than others. And yet still, Apple has a feature called Single Sign-On that makes it even easier to use those TV Everywhere apps by allowing you to store your login credentials on board and in iCloud, so you don't have to re-enter them in every single app. And there are some live TV services that support single sign-on, some that support it for just a handful of apps, and some that don't support it at all. So that was another factor. Of course, factors like content availability, the channels that you get. The voiceover accessibility for me is very important. The on-demand and DVR features in library and all the additional functionality. Price was not a major factor for me. Praise God, it doesn't have to be. It does not have to be. We are very blessed. Praise the Lord, I don't have to think about things like that. For those that do, you can go online and find the prices of each of these things. They, can change at times. But just remember this, there's not a magic formula that's going to save you thousands of dollars and give you every channel you ever want for $10 a month. That is just not reasonable. First of all, it's not reasonable because companies have to have a plan that is sustainable. And that means they have to be able to continue to offer this for the foreseeable future, and it has to allow them to make a fair profit because they've got to pay the bills with a lot of the money that they get too. Companies charge, a certain amount to carry CNN, and it costs something to carry Lifetime and Nickelodeon in your TV package. It costs an awful lot to carry ESPN in your TV package. So you have to understand that. And there are some that choose to exclude some of those major channels if you really do want to save some money. For example, Philo's $25 a month plan gives you 60 or 70 channels now, many popular ones, but also lacks the Disney and ESPN line as well as most other live sports channels, as well as lacking the locals. It also lacks most nationwide news cable channels, including CNN, Fox News, MSNBC, and the like. They do have Cheddar and I think maybe Bloomberg. I'm not sure now, but you can see that there are choices to be made when you're looking at what to get. All right, so we didn't really make that a big deal here. I'm going to tell you, immediately we were able to knock a few of these out of the park and just say they're not going to be counted because of things that they lacked in one of the various areas I described above. So YouTube TV out of the running, Sling TV out of the running, Fubo TV definitely out of the running. There were some like that. Our runner-up, second choice, a very close second, was Hulu plus Live TV. But our very, very top choice, my friends, are you ready for it? It is Directv Stream. All right, my friends, let's talk about Directv Stream. Directv Stream was formerly owned by AT&T. Part of their portfolio of services has now since been spun off into a company that is mostly AT&T owned, but is also partially owned by others, and is another company, and is a combined company called, I believe, EPG Capital. I do apologize if I get that name wrong, okay? They continue to work very closely with AT&T, and that AT&T still offers links on their website to DirecTV, and you can bundle things in some cases, and in many cases, it's actually very hard to tell where one company ends and the other begins. But I actually think that's a very good thing. It took them a while, many different iterations. Just Google it and you'll see what I mean. But you know what? Maybe don't. Because why? You don't need to. I think they've found the magic, not magic, but I think they've found the right formula, and I hope they feel that way too, because I really like it. It's called DirecTV Stream. To sign up for it, you can go to directv.com/stream, or just go to directv.com and then choose the streaming option, beam it or stream it, beam it being traditional satellite, stream it being internet-based. The DirecTV Stream service is available in multiple packages, beginning with the entertainment package for just $69 a month. This package offers over 65 channels, including your locals, and has a variety of the really popular stuff. Again, Food Network, HGTV, Lifetime, Nickelodeon, TNT, TBS, TLC, Animal Planet, CNN, Freeform, just a very, a lot of the really common, very popular stuff. And then as you add on the choice packages next, and then the ultimate package, and I think they're charging now wait a minute, wait. No, I think they're charging $99 for the ultimate package. I apologize if I got it wrong, because I've got some add-ons and I don't, but I think it's $99 for about 150 135 channels, 140 channels, something like that. So you're adding all those other, cooking channel, DIY, Logo, BET, Her, American Heroes channel, Destination America, National Geographic has, I think is in the base package, but Nat Geo Wild is there. Again, Oxygen, Women's Entertainment USA, these are all things that are available. I don't remember which package they're all in. You get just about everything sports related that there is, except you don't get NFL with DirecTV Stream. You do get RSNs once you get above that base package. The other ones do have your regional sports networks in many places. And again, you've got your locals. Tons and tons of channels, which also means thousands upon thousands of hours of great on-demand content to watch anytime you want. They also do have Apple TV app integration and single sign-on support, so it doesn't get much better than what DirecTV Stream offers. And it's really nice because with Siri on any of your devices, you can simply say something like watch Nickelodeon, and it will open up the DirecTV Stream app to the correct channel automatically for you. It's a very awesome experience. Now, let's talk about I said they have tons of on-demand content, and again, they support TV Everywhere apps, so if you can't get it in the DirecTV Stream app, you're probably, almost certainly going to be able to get it in one of the, network apps, right? The DVR is also phenomenal and really takes this on-demand experience to a new level. One of the things about using streaming devices like Apple TV is that it's able to sort of revolutionize the way you watch TV and bring it into the 21st century. No more of this just flipping through channels kind of thing and having to remember, this is on at 8 o'clock. Did I set it to record? Now you really can watch on your own terms, which is great with all these wonderful streaming services that we have talked about. And as you probably know, the more streaming services a person has, the more flexibility they're going to have in what they watch and when they can watch it. DirecTV Stream is, I believe, though I, certainly can't speak for the folks, but I believe is really designed to provide a combination and sort of the best of both worlds. So it looks an awful lot like traditional television that you're used to, right? When you open the app, it loads the channel you were most recently watching. You can swipe up for your recents. You can swipe left and right to channel surf, channel by channel. And then, of course, you can get into the home screen of the app, which does have, a traditional guide, 14 days, I think, maybe. And, all the other things that you might be used to. So you get the best of both. But again, there are some real benefits that you cannot get with traditional service. Not only the stuff like, yes, and this is important too, no long-term contracts or early termination fees, no activation, no installers having to come out, right? But also some really cool technology stuff like the DVR. So at the base package or any of the channel packages you pick, if you don't upgrade the DVR, you only get 20 hours of DVR, and I believe the recordings expire after 90 days on that one. Not real robust, but for just $10 a month, you can bump that all the way up to, how much would you think? How much would you think you get for $10 a month for 20 hours? What, double it? 40 hours? 80? 100? 500? No. $10 a month gives you unlimited Cloud DVR, my friends. Now, it is unlimited with an asterisk, or, maybe should be, because there are a couple of restrictions, but not really a big deal. One restriction is they still expire after 90 days. Well, I don't think that's too bad, You can record as much stuff as you want. 100 movies, 1,200 TV shows, whatever. 50,000 sporting events. I don't know, 50,000, but you know what I'm saying, right? They say unlimited. All right. The point is, you can record whatever you want. And there are no recording conflicts, so you can be recording multiple things at the same time. 90 days to watch them. I don't think that's too bad. The other restriction is on series recordings. If I want to record a show, a sitcom or something, it's only gonna store 30 episodes of that show at a time. It will delete one and record a new one in its place after that. So I've actually seen 31 on there as one is recording at the moment it's recording, but then the oldest one drops off. Okay. So you can record as many series as you want, but each one's only going to get 30 episodes. Again, I don't think that's a big deal. A lot of the series that I like are on the other streaming services now, so I can watch them whenever I want anyway, or maybe I even own them from having purchased them from iTunes. So it's not really a big deal, but, if you find one you just can't find anywhere else, you can get 30 episodes at a time and just watch them and then just keep going, and they'll come around again, so just enjoy them. So I don't think that's a big deal. So unlimited Cloud DVR. And again, this works on all of your devices, so iPhone, iPad, as well as Apple TV, and it's, a very great experience. Now, in addition to DVR, I want to talk about live TV. You can pause live TV for up to an hour. You can rewind live TV back as far as an hour. You can fast forward once you've paused or rewound. You can skip commercials. It is a great, great experience. As something's recording, you can start it over if it's been recorded on the DVR. And actually, there's a feature on most channels, not all, but many of them, that allows you to restart any program that's already in progress. So if you've arrived late on a channel, you can start the program from the beginning without having to just manually rewind. There's also a feature called 72-hour look back that is supported on many, many channels and allows you to watch anything or most anything that has aired within the last 3 days on that channel without having to record it. Plus, there is your OnDemand Library, and of course, the ability to record anything you want. So the way I view it is, don't worry about what's on demand or what's here or there. If you like something, just record it, and then you'll be able to watch it whenever you want, because you don't have to worry about restrictions. You don't have to budget, this, well, I really should record this, but it's going to be on demand in a day or so. I know it, so I'm not going to bother with this because I don't want to take up all that space. You don't have to worry about that. Just record to your heart's content. In a similar fashion of incredible, over-the-top generosity, you get 20 simultaneous streams in home. That means 20 different people can be watching their favorite programming using the Directv Stream app on their own devices within your house, as long as they're connected to your Wi-Fi network. So this can be, 5 Apple TVs, 3 iPads, 4 iPhones, whatever it might be, any combination there, 20 different devices. When you're out of home, you're traveling, that number is reduced to 3. 3 out of home simultaneously. Again, that all means concurrent at the same time, right? You can have it installed and signed in on as many as you want, but there's just that limit of the number that can be viewing programming at the exact same moment. And don't forget that you also can use TV Everywhere apps and so on, so that really extends that even further. With devices like an Apple TV, for example, that are kind of considered to be an in-home or a living room device, I forget the term that Directv uses exactly. I believe you can take 1 or 2 of those out of your home at any given time and use them elsewhere. So if you want to take your Apple TV to a hotel and still enjoy Directv Stream, you can actually do that and still, not be violating the terms. Whereas some live TV streaming services like our runner-up, Hulu with live TV, do not allow that. You can change your home location a few times each year if you need to. Most people will never need to, but if you move or something, that's doable. Or you get a new internet service or something that may force it to change because it's a different IP address in theory and stuff like that. So that's a little bit more about that. DirecTV Stream, as I said, is very much supported on Apple TV, iPad, iPhone, all of these devices that we love. There's a website for it as well for, using it on a Mac or something. And it's very, very accessible on anything that has voiceover. So I've not used it on the web, okay? But I mean the app on tvOS, iOS, iPadOS, it's very, very accessible. And Hulu with Live TV or Hulu Plus Live TV, whatever they're also very accessible, but honestly, just a little bit of an edge given to DirecTV Stream here. Pretty much equal as far as their voiceover accessibility. Just a little bit of an edge to DirecTV Stream. It's really, really good. Works great with voiceover. Can't stress that enough. And basically, you want to also be aware that, I believe, and not just me, but a lot of others have said this on YouTube even, that the combination of Apple TV and DirecTV Stream are the best way to watch live TV. DirecTV Stream looks great, sounds great on your Apple TV and so forth. But it is also supported, of course, iPad and iPhone as well, right? But it is also supported on some other, devices, if you, have non-Apple devices, including DirecTV's very own device, which they call the DirecTV Stream device. They'll sell this to you for a price of $120, or you can do it for an installment plan of $5 a month for 24 months, and then you own the device. And basically, it's not bad. All right, so what I did is I got one of these a couple of years ago, a year and a half ago, and I thought it was rather clunky. I thought the design was not bad, but the performance was not great. I don't know if they've since upgraded the hardware or if they've just improved the software to the point that it runs much better, but it does run much better. And now it's actually something that I can say you will enjoy using if you choose to do so. Is it as good as Apple? Of course not. Is it even close? Absolutely not. Is the screen reader on it as good as VoiceOver? Definitely not. But will they work? And can they be usable and even enjoyable? And the answer is absolutely. And so if you are like me and you've already got, 3 or 4 Apple TVs, but you have more TVs than that, we've got 3 just in our basement televisions, and we've got an Apple TV for one of them, but then we got 2 other TVs. Well, I just said, you know what, let's just save a little. I don't need to, praise God, but let's just do this. That'll give me an opportunity to play with and test these boxes anyway. I'll get a couple Directv stream devices, hook them up, and they work. And they work really well. They're based on Android TV. They come with a remote that does include a voice button, so you have that works with the Google Assistant, so you can tell it to record, to switch to different channels, to search for movies and shows, as well as other things the Google Assistant can normally already do. Weather and, music and general knowledge and things of that nature, and even some of your Google devices if you have Nest security devices or what have you. So believe me, it's not a bad experience by any means. And even they'll install some apps for you on there too. Obviously HBO Max, Pandora, a few different things. We'll do a separate video, audio, whatever, with an actual review of the Directv stream device. But I just want to say it's not as good as Apple, but it's not bad. It's actually a pretty pleasant experience to use it. And this is not, Directv stream is not the cheapest on the block as far as price, but it's also the best as far as the content, the amount of content that you get, the features, the functionality, the stability of it it's just great. It really is fantastic. It just works and I love it. I want to point out for those who are wondering about some of these other streaming services, I said one other little tip, because wherever I can, I like to give you little tips occasionally. And so here comes the tip of the day for today's episode. Check with your wireless carrier, that is your cell phone provider, and your home internet provider to see if they might offer any deals on streaming services. Because the various streaming services are often a part of some of the plans that you can get as extra perks, right? For example, we in our family get HBO Max completely free because we are AT&T Elite, Unlimited Elite members. We have the Unlimited Elite plan, at least I do. And so as long as one person has Unlimited Elite in your AT&T plan, then you can absolutely get HBO Max at no extra cost. Also, Peacock. We get the Peacock Premium through Xfinity as Xfinity Internet customers with their free Xfinity Flex service that's included with Xfinity Internet. And that basically gives us another kind of streaming box as well that I'll review at some point. But we don't really use it. We typically use just the Apple TV to watch Peacock, or you can also watch it on other things, iPad, iPhone, DirecTV Stream Box, whatever. But here again, it's now this one's the one that they give you is the ad-supported version. You can upgrade and just pay the difference if you want no commercials, but honestly, it's limited commercials. The content is exactly the same with Peacock, so it's just like 1 or 2 commercials here or there, not really a big deal. But, check with them, right? AT&T does HBO Max. Verizon does the Disney bundle, I believe, if they're still doing that. At least Disney Plus on the smaller plans, Disney bundle on some of their higher-end plans. T-Mobile does Netflix, I think. So there's a lot to be said for that, okay? Don't just automatically assume you're going to have to pay full price for all of these things, because maybe you won't. All right, my friends, I think that's it. I want to thank you for joining us today. And remember, with new episodes coming every Friday, you don't want to miss the TTJ Tech Show. And I'd also like to say to you, don't forget that we are going to have videos on some of these other ones very soon as well. TTJ Family Talk and the TTJ Science Show. Lots more coming on the TTJ Tech Show, though, as well. So thank you again for joining us. Don't forget, if you've not already done so, to like, subscribe, and comment. See you next time. Bye-bye, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in.